That's funny. Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew. Welcome back also to the Angels of Love and Light. To direct and protect these messages, my chakras, my auras, my space, my work, my health, my wellness, and that of our children. A bravo to you. Standing ovation. Encore. Performances ahead. And in the now. Okay. So what up to my higher self and your higher selves? And this beautiful morning with a chocolate muffin that felt like an unbirthday to me. A very merry unbirthday. And so the things that I need to do are getting done. And oh my gosh, the signs are coming through. Like it's in, when I told you about 107, I was handling one of the things that I allotted an hour to, like, okay, let's just draft this for an hour. That's as long as I can guesstimate. Even though I've never done this thing before, it should, you know, looking at the task at hand, it's just form stuff to do. And it should probably take an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if I'm like, bleh. And it took a little bit more time because I had to think, it made me think about some other things, and I didn't like put it to perfection. Some of the details were kind of laid out and ironed out, talked about today, so it's perfectly fine. But dude, one of the 107 came through. Like, I'm like, just, I don't know where this thing is going. But I'm just going to go with it because it's one of the tasks that just methodically, priority-wise, it looks like it needs to be like taken off the list and done with. So I did that, and one of the signs that came up was 107. It was within somebody's ID number, and I was like, it was at the very tail end. And I was like, you know, it got to me. I was like, okay, this is a sign. And that was after looking up what the messaging was. I was like, for sure I'm getting downloads. I don't know why. It's not that I doubt myself, but it's more like when the belief that I have in myself, at least I'm moving away from, is not 100% being on point, but like I'm not just on target. I'm on point when this stuff rolls around. So I'm excited. Give me a second though. So excited, I'm sweating a bit. Because I cannot stress that enough. So, the meditation card of today is going to come from a deck that my cat pulled out. Dude, seriously, I leave that cat like, I'm relearning how to be a parent in the early stages of learning. Because, dude, man, this cat, this freaking kitten, I don't know what to say. I realized I was building a freaking cat tree, you know, and I was doing it with hand tools. So, dude, that took me hours. I designed it myself. I put it together myself. I was super duper resourceful, and I was happy with the product. But dude, this dude will go wherever it wants. And what inspired me to do it was that I was tired of him being polite about what he could and could not do, which reminds me very much of myself. You know, it's like I could do that, and sometimes you don't really think about it until you're just kind of left alone about the things that you could do. And I believe that this is going to be a segue to our meditation card. It's comprehensive. So yeah, so I was building it. I'm like 80% of the way done, and he goes wherever he wants, and he's no longer 100% polite about it. He's a little mischievous, but he can understand English. I mean, the second day I had him, without ever owning a cat, I named him intuitively, and he responded to it immediately. So I think we tend to dumb down other sentients at first glance, especially with the whole cute factor. And but I just love that there's more to him than meets the eye and meets like the collective's eye, really. I love it. I love it. It's my true familiar. I did have a dog familiar, but got kind of taken away a little bit. In a weird, stupid circumstance. But anyway, I think I still have visitation rights if I want to associate with that person again. And I don't know. That's too webbed. Anyway, this is what so, dude, I left him alone. I was just like, okay, sometimes I have to let go of, being touchy. Like, I have to understand that cats like to climb, and it's going to do whatever it wants to do in its instincts. So I just got to let it be free. If I love it, I got to set it free, which means let it get into its mischief mode, and we both learn from each other. So I did that for like a couple of seconds. I'm like, yeah, I can trust him. I know pretty much what he's doing, he's running around or whatever. But then when there's this severe quiet, I have to wonder, like, dude, where's the cat? Like, am I gonna find him someplace like keeled over? Which is like the total mom thing to do. But no, he was under like this like little altar thing, bookshelf thing, minding his own business in my decks and stuff. And he pulled this one out. It's magical spell cards. I'm sure it's because of this thing that came with it. But yeah, we're going to see what the meditation card is today. And I didn't realize until showing it to you that these were spell cards. And I don't think it's like crazy spells, dude. This is like this is by Lucy Cavendish. Okay. Let's see. What is our meditation card for today? Last time my cat picked out cards, it was good. Okay. That is the one. Spell card 32, confidence. Oh, look at that. Confidence in your messaging. And this is basically your, I was going to say eloquence to the world, to the universes. Depicting what your true intentions are. You know when people do readings and then like people respond like, I claim it, or I claim this reading, or, and am I making fun of them? No. No, I don't think I am. I think it's just kind of funny because people think that they can just like take or claim spot to certain divinations when they, they tend to forget that there's more to it than just like, I want that. It's more of like, that's the vibe that I'm feeling from over 50% of the population, whether they are spiritual or not. Okay, let's put it that way, because I'm not singling out anybody here. It's just, there's more to it than entitlement, confidence in that arena. So, it's just putting out those gestures in the very, very subtle minor arcana forms. Okay. The whisperings of the universe. Oh, let's read it. Okay, so why am I saying master number? Numerology 5 is coming into factor here. So it's all about changes, confidence in changes, because you're at the midpoint, right? Which, if you're going to look at like yin yang and the balance of things, you're at the midpoint, the average of this very second now power movement play. So you could go either way. I mean, that's the whole gist of the 5 of Pentacles from what I've learned in life experiences. Okay, what kind of energy do I have in here? 32. Let's see here. 32, confidence. Confidence. The ability to walk forward and understand that you're a powerful individual with the support of the universe, yet you're someone who goes gently among the other inhabitants of this planet. Confidence is a blessing that we can all have more of, and the universe will allow you to feel its love and support with this magical spell. AbraCadabra. Okay. Oh my gosh, that song. I want to reach out and grab you. Okay, if this spell has chosen you, or us, the universe is asking you to believe in yourself, just as it believes in you. Cast a spell, and you'll come to know your strengths and begin to cherish your differences. Confidence is all about enjoying the fact that you're unique and understanding that you're all the more wonderful for it. If you chose the spell, you may worry far too much about how others see you. Consequently, you may judge yourself harshly. Please do the spell. Please. And be awakened to the magic of your own sacred self. You're wonderful. The universe knows it. Do you? Of course. And here's an invitation to believe it for yourself. Confidence spell on page 85, if you're wondering. To raise confidence, first banish all negative energy. Gather 1 sprig of rosemary, which I did from work because I got... This was from a return, okay? So we're just going to return it to the vendor from this flatbed of whatever else, whatever. I used it because I started getting mosquito bites from a jealous biatch. She's very hidden, but I got that. And I healed it on the spot. And it's like in your face. So anyway, that's magically what happened a couple days ago. 1 sprig of oregano, and I have some here. Okay. 1 sprig of basil and 1 sprig of sage. Bind at one end with red, orange, and sky blue thread. Dude, I told you, it's totally doable. Okay. Then light and smudge to raise your energy and your inner confidence. That was very simple. I thought it was going to be like, mark the quarter moon of the 5th month of blah, blah. Sometimes it's like that, and I'm just not down for that. You know how long... Dude, even if I mark my freaking calendars, seriously... I prefer to go with my intuitive nudges. So if it's outside the timeline here, then that's how that magic is meant for me. So that's how I decided to let go and be free with my magic. But I shall do this. And there you shall stay. Okay, so we're going to use Tarot of the Sexual Magic because it's here. And I mean, I got the gist of these messagings here. So it's all good. It's all good. Give me a second, because I have to get it. Alright. Okay. I feel like there's one more, though. Shoot. Okay, anyway. We got El Loco, the Fool, 9 of Pentacles, and Stars. This is about confidently walking into your future. And, yeah, confidently. Not just with hope, like... Hope implies that there is despair around, you know? That there's just, like... It's like fulfilling a need. But it's also meaning that you're shining. Because it's in freaking upright. Dude, that's what we're backpacking. Confidence, independence, this is all good, okay? This is a trio that kind of amplifies this whole confidence spell thing, okay? So I'm going to put it on my altar. I'm going to burn that stuff around it, and it's going to be good, all right? All right, because I got stuff to do. And, it's already looking hopeful. What came on my left side is my Ace of Wands. What? And the King of Cups in reverse, kind of like a mirror, like a clamshell. It's gonna bite. Oh, Oh, I'm hearing Pearl. That is Janis Joplin. Piece of my heart. No, what is going on here? What is this? What is this? What? Okay, I have to do my divination. So whether people are offended or not, or disgusted or disgruntled or disturbed, I'm just gonna leave that up to them, okay? So, some people, because this is like in reversal. This is a divination that the message that I'm being given. It freaking got on my inbox. It was right here. So some people like to show you their private parts before they show you their heart. That's what it's saying, okay? And it's most like civil manner, okay? Some people like to do that because they consider it safer than anything. You know, like when in elementary school, when a kid liked, you know, a boy likes a girl. Let's talk about the birds and the bees. And, you know, they get a little hostile or they pick on the girl just because they don't really know how to show their love, their likings. That's kind of like the same thing. So they do their picking in a different way. What? That's the messaging that I got there. But those are two abundant cards. You know? The King of Cups, I would have to say, is always abundant. Like this, what do you call it? Like underground poetry? What do you call it? It's like poetic justice. I've never seen that movie, though. Okay, what do you want to show me here? This one and that one. All right, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and 9 of Wands. Okay, so, okay, before I read this part of it, to saying on my recipient side that because of that, you know, there are people observing. You know how you observe sentience? Other sentience is observing you too. Not all of them, okay? But like on the 9 to 5, for sure, people that work with you, they do observe you, okay? They observe us. And as a Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male or female or however you identify yourself, you are the best mother of all queens. So, there's a dichotomy to the love that you put out into this world. It's not willy-nilly, especially if it's an upright. You know, you understand how to invest yourself, and you're able to discern accordingly from person to person, on a case-by-case basis, basically. And you understand that you have to hold your guard too, because there's a lot of turbulence within each individual. There's jealousies, there's freaking like a cosmic pissing contest. So in order to show your love, you have to show up correct and show that you are very well worthy of respect, and that's what you put on your inbox, like the faceplate, you know, like the cover sheet. Before you drop anything into my inbox, you better know this, okay? This is like setting the tone, okay? That's that, okay? I like it, okay? On the right side, though, on the doing side, we have 6 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and the Tower. 636 here. Okay, so original number 636. I don't know what that is, but there's like some major decisions, as well as doing some major shifts. In here, in the Sexual Magic Tarot, there's an implication of like changing positions, basically. So this is getting comfortable in different positions and knowing that each position has a source of comfort. Because what you got to do is, I mean, these are basically executive decisions that are under the covers, like between the sheets, you know, discreet, not disclosed. This is like your business and nobody else's, really. So, you have to be like the most firm with yourself. That's how you freaking set the tone. Otherwise, people know whether you're effing around or not. You know what I mean? So, on the doing side, this is coming off as friend energy. Like, I still have that shirt with the, like, 2 holes. It got holes in the laundry because it's got a thin fabric and, you know, it's whatever. I don't even know how I got it, but it says, "Let's die friends." Okay, I still have that. That green shirt. You seen me wear it! And now that I've annoyed you, now you know the dichotomy of Tina. At the very least, the gist of it. Okay? You know what I'm all about. Okay? If we have to die on this battlefield, let's die friends. Come on. Anyway, 3 months. The ships are here. Oh, you know how weird that is? Oh my gosh, I never pictured this before. So, 3 months is also, I think, about communications like overseas or, you know, that kind of thing. But your ships are coming in. It's that being on the cliff, the precipice, and you're looking beyond, like what's beyond, what else could there be beyond like this pinnacle that I've reached? Okay, this milestone, this personal milestone. So you look outwards rather than just up. And you look at that horizon brings you to a greater like surface area. You know, like the surface tension on the top of like the water. You have a threshold before it reaches its breaking point. And oh, let me show you. This quarter fell down. Okay, so the surface tension on the droplet on here. So how many more droplets, like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of it, basically? So it's kind of like that. How many droplets does it take before it like spills over? Why did we get to that point? Holy smokes. Surface tension, being at the pinnacle, like what else could I, what is it? Something, why am I getting a housing bubble? I don't know, something happening in the macrocosm, likely. So before it explodes, and then there's no more real, like you're left with like less than half the water, basically, that on this cup that runneth over. So you being like stagnancy, how do you say it? Complacency is sometimes depicted by people who are like achieving less, and that's not even the case. Like you could be super duper freaking successful and like just like that bubble, like how much more can I take being in this position? And then you have to explore outwards. These are for my creative people, because we're talking about cup energy here, and being kind of like stubborn, like that clam energy, right? You're good at what you do, but you only know how good you are if based on that, like whatever facet that you're already displaying at. So there's got to be something more, right? Oh my gosh, this meditation card. What's going on here? So it's, yeah, working with that idea of confidence in self. There's got to be something more out than that. So anyway, looking at that, ships are coming in, okay? But right next to the Six of Swords, dude, Six of Swords is like, oh, I'm sorry. And let me censor that. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is like moving into calmer waters. So when you're looking, so we're already like in transition to that place. Like we're moving, we're moving from one boat to another. It's like moving from a raft to a yacht, basically. Yeah, these are big decisions. Oh my gosh. I'm feel the crying inside. Yeah. Yeah. So we're already amidst the storm. Like, we already see the stormy conditions. And even though it's like a freaking bright, wonderful day outside, like rays of light. It's been a long time since rays of light came through. And it's lovely. It is lovely. Okay. One thing I do have to stipulate is I'm going to do like a little interjection here, because I noticed that there's one viewer here that's pretty consistent. I don't know who you are, but when that used to happen on Instagram, every single time they were a fake supporter. And I can't live to, like, it's just noticing the patterns of that every time that happened, that person was always like manipulating my energy, always siphoning it, always like told me the projection of him being a fuck up. Now, I'm not saying that about this forum here, but it's just a forewarning that every single time that happened, I always was able to download information in such a timely fashion, with the divine giving that person plenty of chances to stop fucking around and make the appropriate decisions. And if they so did not, they were put in their place, not just in their place, but further backwards. Yeah, I mean, I'm not to know like all the details of what happened with those people, but I have to be reminded that as I'm doing readings in this live forum, to keep like within hangman mode, to keep very objective and just follow through the reading here, because not everybody that shows up is friend energy. Must I be reminded? Thank you. So being in the this like this boat of seeing the conditions, especially being, what is it, highly sensitive people, intuitive, you can see the conditions are about to get, there are some turbulent regions out there, basically. Like, oh, there's the Bermuda Triangle, let's steer away from that, etc., etc. This is a place, land of the lost area. Let's navigate around that. So, yeah, this is a huge transition from ship to ship. It's interesting. What? Swords are down. But instead of being like on that pinnacle, it's very conceptual within being in a boat. Okay? To see that there's better out there. And it's not like the grass is greener on the other side. No, like I work towards this. I'm the one with the freaking paddle. Like, even if you don't have a paddle, using my energy to the fullest capacity to get from here to there. Okay? So, yeah. It's about being resourceful with your energies. Okay. There's, yeah, some even like masculine jealous energy in the background too. Because these are very engaged cards. Like threefold, there's couples in the mix here. Like 3 different kinds. We have a redhead, we have a brunette, we have a blonde, and like just 3 different guys too. And so our storyline isn't confined to just us, especially within these workings, that there's a huge relatability in different walks of life. This is a general energy. GE, yeah, most definitely. So that was on the right side, the doing side. Okay, this is wonderful. I mean, like, what more satisfaction is there than doing the work yourself? Like, knowing that regardless of who tries to claim credit for whatever, that you know that you did it. There's a personal satisfaction in being like, I spiritually outmoded you. Because you know what? Everybody knows, like, everybody's spirit, body, and soul, like true soul, knows who did the work. Everybody knows at a certain point, whenever like we leave this body bag or whatever, this lifetime, or even those spiritually inclined to see it in the now, they know, they understand. Like the wisest of the wise can tell who did the work and who didn't, and who's like, you know. So and regardless of what everybody else thinks, like you know yourself, like those claims are invalid. That storyline is just fluff. Okay. I know how I invested myself, and that's good. So there's something very granular in that reward. Just like nobody can make me accept the lie, you know, accept anything but the truth to that. Yes, open the book too. Okay, several. 6 of Wands. Ooh, victory. Indiana Jones type of victory. Holy smokes. Look at that. See? A personal discovery. White dove and a bunny. And some goats in the background. 2 goats. And totally Indiana Jones and Huck Finn energy. Look at his hat. Funny, huh? All right, so what came in between that was Ace of Pentacles, all axis pass. 2 of Cups, fantastic. 3 of Cups, even more fantastic. 9 of Wands, that's great. 10 of Cups, oh my God. Ace of Cups, what? Whoa, okay. And what peeked from there is the Magician. Do you see that? It slid on, like, do you see that? Magician? I want to see what that looks like there. Oh, sorry, I didn't censor that. But 16, looking at that, that is the, what do you call it? It's the Tower card that we just saw in that trio. A major decision-making thing. See? 16. That's crazy. So we have 1616 as an angel number here. But with all of that said, all of this energy combined, because it's partially collective in what, you know, what we're saying, the general messaging is that it gives each and every one of us an all-access pass to making the most excellent bonds ever on varying levels. Not just friendships, but there's like a happy compromise, you know, like it's not transactional either, because this is joyous. Like to have the freaking, it's like 1, 2, 3. It's easy. It's simple. And yet it's very endowed in its givings. So much so that there's no room for misgivings. This is beautiful. Like I feel the crying inside, the happy joy. Ren and Stimpy. Like stupid happy, you know? But oh my gosh, now I feel it. Understanding the 5 of Cups, you know, this in totality, the 2 and the 3 right there. It's just broken down as being reminded of our investments, and it's still understanding that 5 of Cups, leaving something behind that just left both parties distraught, if not just one party, which is basically self, right? But it's something that you knew you had to do. The shits and giggles are over. Like, you know that you Okay. And so we're done with that, and we said our proper goodbyes, and we can do it gracefully. We don't have to talk shit on it. It's just like it all served a purpose. So we walked away from that gracefully, and now we get to see the Five of Cups again, in a different scene. Like, oh, I'm glad I did that. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Like Knight of Wands for sure. That's what that means. And then because of that, we see the big picture, the grand picture. Freaking like, it's a freaking masterpiece. Being in hangman mode, whether you're the high priestess or page or whatever, there's so much value in that. Okay, so when you step back and look at things with appreciation, even while you're amidst it and don't freaking understand it, you get, you get the Ten of Cups. That's the and more so, if Spirit says like that's not enough, we got the Ace of Cups right there, frickin' cherry on top right there, or whatever that is, rose on top. Oh, a rose. So it's talking about like ascending, but in total, Spirit's saying like I'll match you, I'll match you, and you got the 11th cup. So this is the ace of all aces here. That partnership with Spirit is like, you got it, you understand it, you integrated it, and now you are going to receive it. You don't just like get it, you're going to receive it. Okay, bottom of the deck is Nine of Cups. Okay. So good, so good. Yeah. That's not all about. Top of the deck is, so just be confident. Oh, so just be confident in this. I saw 37 on the clock, because at the top of the deck, it's the freaking World card. It's the World card. Finish. The end. This one, I want to see one more thing. Okay, Nine of Cups. What's behind that on the bottom? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So go out there and get it. Oh, you know what they're saying? Go get that bread because you are the better. I know that sounds a little wacky. I mean, I know that doesn't sound smooth and all, but that's what Spirit was saying. You are the better. Oh, another thing is master, or not, freaking, why am I getting master numbers here? Spirit is saying, so remember that there's more to, okay, see, like, so this is kind of like the implication of aftercare and, like what's done, they did their whole thing. But she's like looking out, And so there's a sense of complacency in this area here, if stayed in for too long. So it's just a reminder that there's so much love than just investing in one facet of our lives. To do that is creating an illusion for ourselves. It's creating a certain construct, and we're just limiting ourselves if just like focused on like, okay, I'm just going to get married and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and we're going to have like live happily ever after. No, there's so much more to a person than that. And it's not to imply marriage or, a life of romance or whatever, or, like even career based. Yeah. Because to whatever degree you love something or someone, it's, I don't know, the soul deserves more than, deserves more wiggle room. Like, dude, my cat is a freaking used to be like a witch or something, because his witching hour, he's crazy. Crazy. Bananagrams time, and then I'm gonna get out of this, okay? I'm gonna do a small bit, okay? So let's get something here. What? Tea. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's kind of like that. I'm like, what is that? Is that like Hangman? You know, when you start the base or whatever, looking at foundations. Then I thought of like, okay, last time it was, H was like brick and mortar, that kind of thing. And so, but this is only a fragment of it. And if we're going to focus on that. So, focusing on that, it's moving. It's like that 6-3 energy. Also backtracking 8 and 9. 89. Yeah, here. That's a master, or not, freaking master. Jeez. Angel number. Okay. I'm not picking that for every single thing, but I know that for that. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's finish this thought. Okay. So, brick and mortar. Okay. It's a reminder of moving from like a freaking raft to a yacht. Okay. Think about that when we're looking at the bricks. So the bricks have the upside. So we're moving into a bigger house. You know what that means? Bigger networks, larger associations, more prestigious, not just like the size, the volume of it, but what it represents as far as like living large. Oh, yeah. Anyway, next I see RIDIALLOSCAL. So based on those letters that are already turned up in here, I'm seeing radial. I don't even know what that means. But I know a radius is, you know, basically half of a diameter, right? So, it's kind of like time, you know, in its movement. Yeah, every second. Okay, anyway, I see trial as well with this. Trials, dials. Yeah, dials. Yeah, okay. C. I'm getting scolecite here. Do I have I have scolecite, but I don't have it in reach. But something that we could work with. It's a higher vibrational type of crystal. Yeah. I see it being paired with rose quartz, because scolecite is, I would say it's like an amplifier. How do I say it? It's gentle, but it's like you're not to undermine or understate its potency. As I normally would with rose quartz. With rose quartz, I'm like, I don't know if I'll see a difference, because it's like so like chill. It's more chill than I'd like. I like to feel my stuff. So anyway, I'm seeing scolecite and rose quartz paired together, because they're like freaking cousins. Like they're cousins from different dimensions. That's what I would say. Definitely. Like one is from like the 3D realm, and one is from like 12D or something like that, or 9D, let's say, something like that. There's a huge jump in that, but there's a common thread where they can speak to each other. They're still family, and it's still all good. Okay. PYT. That's a Michael Jackson. Jackson. I-E-E-O. Okay. I see Peter. Lisa. Tilly. Kay. Clay. Some of you are sculptors. Or have thought about it. Are interested in doing that. Till, you know, the air plants like Tillandsia or something like that. I'm getting that here. LARP. Okay, that's in the bottom right corner. So that's our page turner. What they're saying is to engage, to have confidence in yourself, you have to like be able to reach those other parts where you think other people are not going to accept you, or maybe people will generally accept you, like especially if you're on this like hierarchy, but secretly you know that they don't respect certain avenues of engagement, like they think certain things are immature. So your page turner really for those people is live action role play. Yeah, engaging in that spirit. Okay, that's your page turner. Oh, I'm seeing etc. here. Yeah, those are the things that are not being identified, that are kind of, what do you call it? Because it's not just etc, it's spelling it out right here in the grouping. Let me show you. Okay, there. Okay, see, etc. And then we see, you know, the LARP. Let me see play. And I'm seeing somewhere display. But you see where I get like Tillandsia, or what, how do you spell whatever that is? There's, what, Peter Cetera or something like that? I'm also seeing Pantera. So maybe I'm supposed to, oh, they're talking about walk, you know? Yeah, confidently. Yeah, definitely. All right, Dill is something that we should work with as well. Seeing lady. But you see how I get skull lecite? You know, some it's not like all there, it's just hidden. And we have redials, so we're making some, you know, the new connections that we have are not always like new. Some are being rediscovered and redefined. So we have that. I see doily too, and Odell. Still. So some of you are into like art stuff, so something about still life. What else? There are other names in here. Okay, I see Eric. I see Elise. Sina. Oh, like also, is his name John Cena? That's what I'm seeing here. Even though, do I even see an N? No, but it's implied here. Like it's, and I'm seeing void too, but, oh. You see, like there's a void here implied, but there's no V, which means that when you avoid certain situations or whatever, it's definitely not going to have any victory. So it's a reminder with that. I'm seeing risk, but to see risk taking, especially with the Tower card there, as nothing to be afraid of. So it's like you have to see that risk is part of the whole picture when making these huge moves. That it's going to be okay, you know, like it's, I don't know why, that's kind of like hidden here. What else here? Ali. Ally. Ooh, we have allies in our left corner. So what's left wing? Is that? Dude, I'm so not political, but sometimes that stuff gets on my feed. And I think it's meant to educate me. Not sway me, but educate me on different areas of existence and sentience, especially if we're looking at the macrocosm and relating it to the micro. But we have some like left-wing allies, but also like non-traditional. And I'm seeing prayer without the oh no, we do have, yeah, prayer. So that's Kid Cudi. I forget what they say in it, but I know for sure that it belongs to this, just as Pantera's Walk does too. I'm seeing Iota, Ida. Dude, there's so many names in here. I don't think I'm supposed to like devote that much time into it. But if you see your name in here or one of significance, as well as acronyms or excuse me, especially acronyms, especially when I had that little hiccup there, abbreviations, initials, then that's meant especially for you. Ollie, like OLLIE. So some of you can skateboard, not just can skateboard, but likely do that as a profession, because I'm seeing that repetitively here. What else? Ernie is hidden in here. Clay, like what's his name? I don't know, dude. Sally again. Lois, Louise, collie. So some of you have like collie breeds, or did, and you still have like that character, because they say, you know, our pets are very much like ourselves. So you carry on those characteristics as well. Perry. Okay. Oh, I see sadistic. Somebody here is, yeah, I see sadistic. Okay. What do you want to say about that spirit? Clear. Yeah, clear that. Okay. Tate. Yate. Yale. Somebody has some Yale affiliation, but also like jewelers, Yales. I said jails, so adieu, goodbye. Is that what they say? Adieu? Lycra, so something about stretch fabric, like flexibility in, sorry, 10% battery now. Okay, something about flexibility in the fabric, like the moral fabric of society, something about that. Coil as well. So something cringy about the questions that we ask, but there's also something cringy about the female, like kind of like timber. But you see, like that's the womb. Why is that's a marking of like the witch's rune with the female womb. But there's something about coil here like an upright, it's kind of respected. When, let's say the embryo, like the fetus, excuse me, within the womb, there's this natural coiling to it, and how that's accepted. But like as soon as like we kind of make the female like non-traditional within their role, it's like timber, and then it gets all fucked up here. People like are cringing, you know. That's just for some people. Like my heart chakra, oh my gosh, dude, my heart chakra feels fucked. So there's something very, let's just clear that energy. Fuck that. Oh. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm saying Peter, etc. or something like that. That's like a music artist or something like that. Anyway, I could do this freaking all day, but I gotta do stuff. We see Terry, we see Tori, we see tally. So people are taking score. Tally marks. Creep, rep. Okay, Spirit, can we just like let's just finalize this so I can move on with my stuff, okay? Because I feel like okay. What are we gonna move forward with? Party. Okay. I think let's go with party, okay? We're gonna go with celebration. The celebration of togetherness. And so whenever we join a party, a club, a certain atmosphere, we're gonna bring in our best vibe. Okay, so all about that whole like signifying starter card with confidence. Okay, and just a reminder of oh, you know what I'm hearing? Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Don't kill anybody's vibe, okay? All right, scale. So let's do that, because I'm just going through these things intuitively, because things are supposed to just come easy. So weighing things out, bringing your A game when you scale, and you don't show up to every party. Like there's an act of discernment. You have the desire to opt in or out. Yeah, okay. Anyway, dill is a magical herb to work with. Till. Yeah, it's time to poke some holes in the ground again. It's driving back to that whole thing. Yeah. Time to see what your foundations are all about. Dill, I feel like is, I think it's supposed to help fortify your thought. Something about like, kind of like, omitting the distractions, like, people trying to like penetrate your thought processes. Something about that. I have to do my homework on that. My 5-minute homework on that. Relay. So something is being communicated to us, something that we need to communicate to our parties as well. It's bilateral communication. So can you refresh my memory? What's a relay race? Is it in combination with others? Like, are we like fighting each other, like competing against each other, or are we competing against ourselves cumulatively, or are we handing from one stick to another, like tag team, like relay race? I forgot. Anyway, you don't have to speak. It's okay. But something about relay. Oh, you know, when I was with a certain like employer, they had relay for life. Okay, so I was there, and it was a certain charity, I think for cancer. I forgot. It's been years and years. I think so. So we would run laps around the course and get markings for it. And there was like a certain raffle for it, but it was like a, you know, raising money for this particular event or, you know, cause. So you're not competing with any, I guess you kind of are, but it's not like, you know, that kind of energy. Ooh, there's some jealous energy here because I'm hearing Run for Your Life by the Beatles. And I just heard one of the lyrics, and there's some jealous energy in the background. It's masculine. Yeah, like they're coming in last because it's sharing the Y with party. Oh, they think you took their place. That's what it is. So it's because I can't say it's 100% about the pissing. Like, why am I even talking about that? Freaking no. I see idol here. Oh, I knew who this one. I know this. Not gonna talk about him because, dude. Like, anyway. Something about Billy Idol here. Who's like a huge Billy Idol like enthusiast as far as I've never even met the person, but I know. I don't even want to do this. Okay, no. Okay, so, okay, right. Let's just figure this out, okay? Title. No, here. Something about a tidal wave, like gonna wash it away. Okay. My team, you're gonna do that. You're gonna help me do that. Okay, thank you so much. I need you to help me. I don't have room for that. I don't want to have room for that. Shit. Okay. Trial. Relay. Oh, you know, relay? Yeah, it's something about communications. Like you relay something to someone. Okay. At the very end. Oh, okay. So we're... There's a lot of things that are happening right now. And not to get stressed over, like, not knowing where to go at a certain, like, not having... It's not even about having the whole picture, like, being upset about that. But, like, knowing half of it or knowing, like, the first 2 to 3 steps, like to get traction, having confidence in traction is like, okay, I gotta have like the first 3 steps. That way I can kind of meditate on the certain cadence, that there's a certain rhythm within like the beat of my own drum, like knowing how to get there. I don't need to know like X amount, like I don't need to see in the horizon, like I just need to know like those first 3 steps. And not knowing that it's okay. It's freaking okay. I promise you, like it's okay. Because at the very end, so that nobody else can try to fuck that up or, you know, even be tempted to tamper with that, you're going to know at the very second. And it's supposed to also build confidence. It's not all about them. It's also about building confidence in that, like, you're there through it all, through and through. That your confidence is not compromised, even to the very end, because at that very last second, you'll know. For sure. Okay, so I moved to do that. Because we talked about the dial and the radius. Oh my gosh, somebody's like into this whole marriage like commitment thing, because I have 2 I's, 2 O's, and in the middle of it I see a D. So you're saying I do. Like instead of yodeling, you're on this mountaintop and you're like, I do. And then I think there's an echo that comes back. I don't know. For shouting it from the mountaintops. That's funny. Okay. Okay. Anyway. DAO. Dao? Oh, so we're looking at Dao points, not just through, like, you know, the physical representation of wealth, right? Stock market Dow. We're looking at Dow like DAO. Oh, that Dow. Okay, third time's a charm. Okay, so I have to look up what that means again. Okay. All right. So I have two I. Oh wait, no. Yeah, two I's and an O left here. What does that mean? What does it mean? Oh, so we're vocalizing whether our eyes are opened or closed. Oh, and it's not to imply that if our eyes are closed and we're vocalizing, like fully enunciating our stuff to the world, our intentions, so the universe can like holler back at us. It's like you see like those vocalists that are so in their moment of, you know, their output, that when they close their eyes and they're singing, they're very much in their moment, like their power moment. So not to look at things like not to define someone based on how, okay, our perception of how they see the world. So if they have their eyes closed, that doesn't 100% mean that their eyes are closed. Just as like when we're moving along with a journey and we're with full confidence, we're not going to allow people to project onto us, what their thoughts are about how we're moving about. So they may say like, oh, she has her eyes closed, or he has his eyes closed. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, and he's just like laying it all out there. No, this is my soulful moment where I get to hear every freaking note. I get to feel it, the vibrations, and you don't. Okay, and that's fine. That's not. It's all me, and you shall see. So, those are like the finest moments right there. I'm told not to even second guess it. This is what it is. All right, that's what it is. And if somebody else has something to say about it, where it's like, oh, it's a shish kebab.